Don't worry, Steven. It's going to be great. You're going to have digital versions of things, and like you'll always be able to access them because they're digital, right?
Right?
Yeah, wrong. Wrong. This is why all digital is probably not that great of an idea. There's a bit of a story here that we're going to cover, and it's kind of is a bit of a cautionary tale about why maybe we shouldn't be so quick to jump on the whole all digital, no physical
New
mindset.
era.
Yeah, so the Lego, Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings games have been pulled from all digital storefronts. We're talking Steam, PlayStation Store, Xbox Live. I don't know if they were on the Nintendo eShop or not, but if they were, they're not now. The point is you cannot buy these games digitally anymore.
Yeah.
I will say that there was a Humble Bundle done last month, December, that they actually gave the games away, or at least one of them away for free. I think it was the Hobbit one. But now you can't get them at all. So I hoped you use your code to get it, because now you may not be able to use it.
It's about the bigger picture. Like, no one's really mourning
Well,
the
they're not
digital
like
versions, but it's like it's about what it means, like the big picture.
See,
right?
Well, and this is an issue with licensed properties too, because these are Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's probably the Tolkien estate. The license probably ran up with them, so they don't have the right to sell it.
Yeah, Lego ain't making Lord of the Rings sets anymore.
This happened, by the way, with Marvel vs. Capcom 1, number 2. They had those available for download. You can't download them anymore. Right now you can download Ultimate Marvel 3, and of course you can get Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you really want to get those games, buy them now, because at any point in time the license could expire.
Yeah.
And they will just disappear from the storefront. That also happened with one of my favorite games, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I'm glad that I have that installed on my PlayStation 3, because you can't get that game anymore. In fact, that game was taken off of the store, I want to say not even a year after they released DLC for it.
Oh.
Which I have.
Does it exist in physical? It doesn't, does it?
No. 100%.
I was going to say, if it did, I would assume you'd have it.
Right. Oh, definitely. But now the Lego games, you can get a used physical copy, and they're cheap. They're like $8. You're not going to break the bank getting them. However, like this whole licensing thing, like, could you imagine this happening with a physical disc? Like, you go into GameStop and you want to buy these games, and all of a sudden they take them down from the stores and they're like, no, we don't have the license to sell this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, why is that a thing with digital anyway?
Like, when the license expires, though, they'll stop making the physical copies, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, they won't. They cannot sell them. I don't even think they can sell them new anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or that's not true. No. So how the distribution works is stores buy the games wholesale, and they turn around, they sell them at retail price. Okay, so once a store has purchased it, they can sell it, they can keep it. That's not a licensing issue at that point. But the manufacturer of those discs can no longer sell to distributors. They can't sell on Amazon anymore. I remember, this is a weird story that I'm thinking of. So I had a friend who stole the third disc of Final Fantasy VIII from me. I know it was him because one day he made the mistake of saying that the only disc he was missing from his version of Final Fantasy VIII was disc 3. Then my disc suddenly went missing. He was in our apartment unsupervised for long amounts of time, and also started to realize, this DVD went missing, and this also went missing, and things are starting to add up. Long story short, I ended up reordering a physical copy of Final Fantasy VIII, and Square Enix was still making the game and this was like this was like 2010 maybe, I think. And Final Fantasy VIII came out like in 99.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 10 years after the game comes out. They're still burning original PlayStation discs, and I was able to get the game for like $30 brand new, but that's because Square owns that game. They made it. They own everything about it. They can sell. They can sell that till the
Kingdom Come,
Judgment Day. Yeah. Exactly. Like they're good. But with this licensing stuff, that's why you'll never see like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games re-released. If they ever do a Nintendo 64 classic, James Bond 007 GoldenEye will never be on a classic console.
All right, hold on. We can't just gloss over your friend who just stole a bunch of crap from you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did that.
Hold on. What happened with that? Did you confront?
Bit of a rap. Oh yes, like there were other things happening to which I won't get into the details on the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, he denied it. Although he did say something interesting, and he said that he had been accused of stealing by other friends before.
Okay, and that's supposed to help his case?
Right. And the thing is, like, I caught him in a lie on something else.
So, like, how is... So he was your friend.
Yeah. He actually did pay me for the money that I had to pay to get the new copy of the game.
Basically, that's admitting that he stole it then.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
So did he act offended when you confronted him, or was he just...
He's like, yeah, man. He's like, it wasn't me. I don't know.
Okay.
And I was so paranoid. Like, I went through all my games and like opened them all just to make sure that I saw the discs.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was
okay.
That was not fun. Like there's a certain type of anger,
the video game thief,
that sets on.
Anyways.
Yeah. So, similarly though, you could say that licensing rights are a bit of a thief.
And digital games are vanishing.
Yes, they will. They are not there in perpetuity, which is my whole point. Like a lot of people think, like, oh, it's great. I can just. There's this one podcast that I listen to where they're a couple of guys, PlayStation fans, and they talk about how they don't own any physical PlayStation 4 games. They're all digital, and they just delete a game when they're done with it, and then they might re-download it later. But it's like, dude, it's not going to be available to re-download forever.
Yeah.
And you will have, when it's not available, because guess what? That is in the fine print. Anytime you buy a digital anything, they're not required to keep that file available for you at all times.
Yeah.
So one day, I mean, yeah, you may not care.
Yeah.
I think that they don't. I think that, there are some gamers that are just like, if I can't play a 20-year-old game 20 years from now, am I really going to care? You probably won't. Other people like me, though.
I mean, yeah, it depends on how you are with like collecting stuff, like how much you want to have it.
Right. But these are not very old games.
Yeah.
I think Lord of the Rings came out
2012 probably.
That sounds about right, actually. And Hobbit, it was like 2015 or something like that.
14, 15.
So, yeah, it's a scary thing to even if you buy the game. I mean, like, you might still be able to re-download it if you have the, sometimes it's a license file. Sometimes it's like a key or something that you get that Steam will recognize and will allow you to re-download the game. But it's still, that would scare me to death. I would rather give me a physical copy any day of the week. Yeah. I can just pop it in. I don't have to worry about internet connectivity, DRM, all that stuff.
No, yeah, I'm with you. That's why I buy CDs and vinyl records.
Yes.
Like, I don't like...
anything.
Or I buy a download off of iTunes. Right. I don't stream music.
Well, I mentioned that I still buy movies on disc.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy the streaming and digital download. Like, that's all well and good. That's like a convenience thing. But at the same time, I can't tell you how frustrating it is to, if you want to watch a movie in HD, it's gonna buffer.
Yeah.
If you try to watch it at the wrong time of night, it's going to buffer.
I mean, if there's a piece that you just really want to have, you know, like a movie or something that you just like, you know, buy it. Cause
but it's like, I like the fact that I can just pop this in my disc player and we're good to go. I don't have to worry about if my internet is good or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just something to think about, digital only peeps.